look inside the tunnel at the Mario Kempes Stadium in Córdoba. Lionel Messi getting set to take center stage. But will he be able to bring the curtain down? Or does Bolivia have an upset in mind? Argentina, a slow start, picking up steam. Bolivia, meanwhile, an heroic effort in their last contest, only to see the points slip away at the final whistle. It's Argentina-Bolivia, the road to Russia on beIN Sports.
I'll be right back. Be good.
Text Mom. Boys have been really good today. Send. Let's get Mark his own cell phone. Send.
Brad could use a new bike. Send.
Message. You decide. They're your kids.
Why are you guys texting Grandma?
It was him.
Keep your family connected. App Connect on the newly redesigned Passat from Volkswagen.
Someone's hacked all our technology.
Technology. Say, have you seen all the amazing technology in Geico's mobile app?
Mobile app?
Look, electronic ID cards, emergency roadside service. I can even submit a claim.
Wow.
Yep, Geico's mobile app works like a charm.
Geico. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.
Come on.
Don't drop your phone. Drop your network. Bring your phone to Cricket Wireless. We have more 4G LTE coverage nationwide than T-Mobile or Sprint. Cricket Wireless, something to smile about.
Why do we root for our teams? From Barcelona to La Roma, from the United States to Colombia, we find ourselves deeply invested in the outcome of our teams. It's this regional obsession with a collective mood depending on our team's success and its failures. If they're doing well, it reflects on us in terms of bragging rights, status, prestige, and identity. If they're doing bad, it hurts the heart like nothing else. We identify with our teams in ways that players do not. Athletes can be mercenaries, but the fan can be permanent. This is why we root for our teams. That's why we're fans.
It's our soccer. It's our teams. It's our game. And SAL is here on beIN Sports, starting April 2nd.
Hola, mi nombre es April and I love my new Ford Focus. Me dio mucha sorpresa porque yo fui al dealer pensando que mi mamá me iba a tener que ayudar y es todo gracias a Ford Credit porque ellos me dejaron que financiara el carro yo sola y míralo, está increíble el carro. Y además me siento segura y no me preocupo mucho de tener que gastar mucho dinero en gasolina porque es lo máximo. I'm so glad I got a Ford.
And we are underway. Quickly pushing it forward, the Albiceleste denied by Carlos Lampe. Rebound to Banega, who cranks it off the crossbar. So 10 seconds in and two golden chances for Argentina. First, a good stop by Lampe. And you can see the pressure. Argentina, Kevin, trying to put this one away early.
An absolute shambles for Bolivia from the get-go. They start with 5 at the back, but within 10 seconds, it's 3-on-2 in favor of Argentina. Di Maria goes for the little nutmeg through Lampe's legs, doesn't pull it off. And Argentina should really be a goal to the good. Inside the opening 10 or 11 seconds, incredible.
Argentina under Gerardo Martino. Thought to be heavy favorites, but a bit of a slow start. Phil Shane and Kevin Egan with you on the Spanish side. Jose Baus and Eduardo Biscayart. Hit the SAP button if you wish. However, Argentina with that defeat at home against Ecuador to open things out, and then draws in their next two matches at Paraguay and home against Brazil. There was some thought that Martino might be canned. However, a hard-fought win in Colombia seemed to turn things around, and then a comeback to deny Chile in their last contest, and they could be en route for 3 straight victories, Kevin. Pushed out wide, and the greens going to Yasmani Campos, the Kuwaiti-based winger, switches to the near side, and one of the 3 Bejaranos. This is Marvin, the left wing back. No relation to the other 2. Diego at right wing back, and Dani at center mid. 2 cousins, both back from Greece. A little stumble, Bejarano and Campos, and the foul called against Banega.
What a huge ask it is, though, for Bolivia. Yes, they're playing 5 at the back, looking for plenty of width from Marvin and Diego Bejarano. But I think the roles of Dani Bejarano and Chumacero in those holding midfield positions, really important. Argentina so effective between the lines.
A few changes as well in the call-ups. We'll get to those really for both teams. Ball back to Chumacero. Keep an eye on him. Still just 24, but already 31 caps out of the appropriately named the strongest. Ball knocked back to Smedberg Dalence inside, and it sails over Yasmani Duk into the waiting arms of Sergio Romero.
Brilliant ball in. Absolutely superb from Martin Snedberg. And the run from Yasmani Duk was there as well. Plenty of zip on the cross.
Lineups brought to you by Cricket Wireless. And taking a look again, Gabi Mercado just brought back into the fold back in November against Colombia. Hadn't played and been called up since Diego Maradona was in charge, and now joined on the back line by Javier Pinola, who has not been called up since the man before Maradona, Alfio Basile, was in charge. So maybe with the Copa America Centenario looming, Martino trying to see how deep this roster could be.
Nervy touch there from Pinola as well. The last time he did play was in a friendly against Algeria, Phil, back in 2007.
Good solid defender, though, back in his days at Nuremberg, but now finally back home at Rosario Central.
Spent 10 seasons in Germany with Nuremberg, through good times and bad.
Taking a look at the starting lineups again, brought to you by Cricket for Bolivia. The New York Cosmos-based forward Yasmani Duk came off the bench in their last contest against Colombia and provided a spark, getting the start here today. Messi out wide, Rojo drives it inside and cleared away. Aguino, Martelli, and Gutierrez the back 3. And that is a bit of a change, although Valdivieso has gone 5 in the back on the road, 4 in the back at home. But Martelli wasn't even on that initial roster last time, making just his 5th appearance. Here's Demichelis, and again, if you believe the reports, making his final appearance for the Albiceleste. Near side Mercado. Banega. Field does look a bit choppy, but seems to be playing well. María dancing to the inside, trips over the outstretched foot. Chumacero back to Yasmani Campos. Good step up by Mascherano, forces the turnover.
Brilliant by Mascherano. Unbelievable ability to read the game and step in when need be. Just when you think Bolivia might have that quick chance for a counter, Javier Mascherano.
Messi rides the challenge. Duk maybe a little too physical. Valenzuela doesn't hesitate. Just his 6th appearance. Does get a goal, does Duk. Late bloomer at 28. Cosmos have a good one, though. Stepping into the shoes of legendary Raul. That's asking a lot. Valdivieso, one-time field general for this Bolivia side back in their '94 World Cup days, now in charge from the sideline, and it has not been an easy trek. Messi from about 40. Caresses to the spot and just misses the run of Javier Pinola. What a return that would have been.
Completely unmarked. Fairly simple ball from Lionel Messi. Seemed to know exactly what he was doing.
And Pinola at 33, maybe just a stride too late.
And that's an area that I really look for today. When this game really opens up, and if Bolivia can start to frustrate Argentina through bunkering down a little bit, if they can break with the pace of number 9 up front, Yasmani Duk, against the aging. I'm being nice now and saying the aging, but Demichelis and Pinola.
At 33, Pinola, the young kid, on the block.
Duk might just have a chance.
Again, that's a good, legitimate challenge. We saw him against Colombia, against 2 younger defenders, have his way. Here's Carlos Lampe, who was on the bench in the last contest. 29-year-old out of Sport Boys from Santa Cruz.
Phil, I thought Bolivia were desperately unlucky against Colombia, conceding to Cardona the last kick of the game pretty much to lose 3-2. Before that, they were also very unlucky against Paraguay, having taken the lead and then falling away within 5 minutes, conceding 2. So can Bolivia put up a really strong fight tonight? I don't expect they even expect to get anything out of this game.
Well, first half against Colombia, they were absolutely abysmal, to the point where it seemed as though it was eventually going to fall the Cafeteros' way. They weren't much better. Second half, however, turned into a barn burner. Those 2 gifts in the early going, Colombia holding on, and then tested in a 2-2 draw until that last-minute goal. Still no goal here, although Argentina almost scoring in the opening 10 seconds. Overlap to Rojo, tries to get the cross in, deflected away. It will be a corner. Good work by the Manchester United man. And Pinola stepping forward.
1 goal in his last 6 seasons in club competition, Pinola. Already an early chance here. And maybe that's why we saw some hesitation. A little bit of a nosebleed once he gets closer to goal.
Messi will swing this one away. Near post 6. Leaning in, Marvin Bejarano to clear it. What are the keys for Argentina?
I think it's patience. You've got so many attacking flair players on the pitch. You're not going to have a difficult game like we saw Argentina have of late.
Curled in by Di Maria, looking for Gonzalo Higuaín. A bit of a change here with Higuaín on that front line. Had to watch from the bench last time out, Agüero.
Phil, this is an Argentina side that have only scored 4 goals in their 5 World Cup qualifying matches so far. That's very unlike them. You get the sense that they get a goal early enough here and they could have a bit of a breakout match.
Messi eludes, shoots, tried to get around Martelli, but couldn't, and then eventually it falls Bolivia's way. Looks like Martelli listed as a center back, but maybe his job not to shadow Messi, but to step up when he gets the ball. Now, the Viesos said they would not put a ghost on Argentina's number 10. I guess if they want to have a ghost of a chance, they might want to keep an eye on him, though. Di Maria. It is. Looks like he might have taken a pop to the shin. So at the moment, short-handed Argentina.
And look how narrow Bolivia will go instantly in midfield. They'll all tuck inside and maybe force Mercado and Rojo to be their outlets. And I think that would be a sensible approach. Crowd out Angel Di Maria when he comes inside. Lionel Messi as well. And if they're going to beat you, let them try and beat you through Rojo and Mercado, who are not the most effective offensive-minded fullbacks out there.
Little tuck forward for Messi. Misses Biglia. Sliding in was Banega. If there was a foul, advantage played. Bundled into by Duk from behind. Fans wanted a foul. No, says the referee. Deflected in towards Higuaín. Pounces, tries to drop it back instead of taking the shot. It's off Martelli and out for a corner.
Higuaín has to be more selfish there. Just watch as the ball breaks through. Higuaín just uses his muscle here, gets a slight touch on the ball, and I think he has to shoot.
Well, if you have a choice inside the box, would you rather have Higuaín or the left back Marcos Rojo taking it? Keep an eye on Demichelis. You know, he'd love to get a farewell goal. Hangs high into the air over everyone. Letting it run to the near side. Duke harassed by Higuaín. The assistant does not call a foul, but he does say a throw in, and it'll go Bolivia's way. Unless he switched his mind. Regardless, Argentina looking to keep the pressure on. Is Di Maria back out there?
His last goal, Higuaín, coming against Paraguay in a rout in the Copa America. He's featured in 4 matches so far in the World Cup qualifying, yet to score.
Banega to Di Maria, trying to meet it on the volley. And now we know why Rojo maybe not the best choice.
And the fans applaud that, but to me that's a frustrating thing to see if you're a teammate of Marcos Rojo. You look for patience. That's what we talked about moments ago.
And again, for Bolivia, Bolivia will let you do that all day. If they can get to the second half and maybe even sneak in a goal. They have had some success, as you mentioned, Kevin. And in fact, the biggest defeat ever for Argentina against a South American side was against Bolivia 6-1 back in 2009. Of course, that was part of the downfall of Maradona. Biglia. Higuaín tries to feed it back, sliding in. Gutierrez just getting enough. Still in danger, though. Stripped away Messi. Back heel try for Messi from Di Maria and cleared by Diego Bejarano.
How about that? It brings a smile to your face. Lionel Messi with sensational footwork and chemistry with Angel Di Maria.
Look away pass high for Biglia. Hard to settle.
This is why the job of Yasmani Duck up front for Bolivia is so important, but also incredibly tough. To chase down every lost cause. Try and put some pressure on Argentina at the back, although not in a reckless fashion. Press sensibly.
Bolivia dropping back, content to keep Argentina outside of that shell. Messi trying to one-touch it through, but too many bodies in the way. Might not like it, but Bolivia in the job of self-preservation, especially after such a hard-fought performance against Colombia. You know, they'd like to try and come out of these 2 ties with something. By the way, plenty more action coming your way, not just from South America, but CONCACAF as well. World Cup qualifying going on. Africa Cup of Nations qualifying as well. Check out beINsports.com for all the details.
Feel the pressure early on Tata Martino after that home loss to Ecuador. He failed to beat Paraguay then, but since then, you pick up a win today against Bolivia, and that's 10 points from a possible 12. Where's the crisis? All of a sudden, Argentina looking back to their best. You've gone and had wins in Colombia, in Chile, and then that draw at home against Brazil as well, which many Argentine fans will tell you that's 2 points dropped.
But as you said, just 4 goals through 5 games. Quarter hour in, Mascherano weaving his way through. Actually, that was Pinola again. Down goes Di Maria. This time the whistle does blow.
I think that's a clear tactic from Tata Martino early enough in this game, is get the centre backs on the ball to push up. Don't rush to get the pass off. Draw a Bolivian player out of position and try and stretch that bunker, because that's exactly what it is. They're happy to sit back. A 0-0 draw would be a perfect result for Bolivia.
Messi, 49 goals. This is 107th cap. Messi weaves it in, flicked up and over. Nice try It was Gabi Mercado. The call back from River Plate.
And just watch Fernando Martelli. Just all over his back here. Just does enough to put him off. Hands on the back, but gets away with it.
Mercado, 29, late bloomer, you might say. Outstanding season with River Plate, and Tata Martino still has options, maybe getting up there a bit. Pablo Zabaleta, Roncaglia a little beaten up, but going to Mercado, and it doesn't look like he wants to let go of that position anytime soon. Pinola wide. Di Maria with Rojo in front, comes back to Banega. Higuaín trying to get there before Martelli, but couldn't. Chance on the break. Slammed back by Smedberg, but then given back by Bejarano, and here's a chance for Messi. Just gets away with him, maybe a little of that Iron Maiden on the touch. See the field chewed up, but again, for the most part, a few bounces here or there. Hard to blame it, but a little surprised that they had such a big concert. Anthrax and Iron Maiden. Heavy metal taking a heavy toll.
And a heavy touch from Lionel Messi too, which is very uncharacteristic as he seemed to enter the mosh pit. But certainly you can see that when Bolivia sense there is an option for a counter-attack, when Argentina win the ball back, that's their best opportunity, as Bolivia are so stretched then defensively. You talk to any international footballer, they say that some of the toughest games they'll have.
Messi sends it wide. Di Maria will track it down in the corner with Diego Bejarano coming over. Decent cross in, bounces all the way through to Mercado. Tees it up on his left, deflected away by Marvin Bejarano, and back to midfield. Look away for Messi. And all the way back to Pinola. Again, Copa America Centenario out there. It's a chance for Martino to experiment a little bit. It is a marathon of qualifying, lasting over 2 years. So you might need a few more healthy bodies in the back. Chipped quickly by Messi. Trying to flip it up. Higuaín cleared off the goal line, but right back to the middle. And Mercado's done it again. Called from the mothballs. And now in the spotlight. Great work from Higuaín, but it's Mercado who cashes in.
But it's all about the instinctual reaction of Lionel Messi. Taking that free kick as quickly as possible. Just takes out the sand wedge and lobs the most beautiful pass over the top here. He's fouled. Then he takes a touch. Off he goes. The little sand wedge over to Higuaín. How good is that defensively?
Aguino keeping it out.
Brilliant from Aguino. Watch as Messi's fouled here. Down he goes. Quick flick over the top. That is brilliant. Top class from arguably the greatest player on the planet and maybe the greatest player of all time. And he gets it inside for Mercado. Does it again.
Second straight game with a goal. Scored the game winner against Chile in the comeback just 2 days ago. And now on a streak. Messi who? It's Gabi Mercado. 2 goals in 4 games. Now, credit to Aguino sliding back to the goal line, but if you ever wonder why they have that cynical tactic on a foul of standing in front of the free kick, Luis Gutierrez, the veteran who plays his ball in Israel at Kiryat Shmona, commits the foul and then just runs away.
Great point, Phil.
If he stands in front of Messi, that doesn't happen. Touched back and Lampe forced to clear. Mache. Aguino back to midfield.
Great point, Phil, because that's a lesson for anybody, especially with the player that I think is the best passer in the world as well, in Lionel Messi, standing over the ball. To turn your back and walk away like that. You've got the top marksman in Italy, in Gonzalo Higuaín, making that run off the shoulder of the last defender. Beautifully picked out by Messi. And fair play to Mercado. There to mop it up once more.
Check out the website. Share your thoughts on Twitter. So Bolivia may be a little too clean for their own good and pay the price. Almost victimized in the opening 10 seconds. But Argentina will not go to the dressing room shutout. Their 5th goal of qualifying, a 1-0 lead, but still over 20 minutes to go in this opening half. And what an inspired pickup again by Gerardo Martino. Saw it against Colombia, where he was solid against the Cafeteros. Gets the, or helps get the shutout. And then against Chile.
Who would have said, Phil?
One thing with me, it seems like he might be almost a little overeager to push forward, that you might be able to victimize him, but no one's been able to do it, and he's scoring for fun.
Who would have said, nearly 5.5 games in, that Mercado would be Argentina's top goal scorer en route to the World Cup?
Higuaín barking at the referee, who threatens to bite back. Tangling with Diego Bejarano. Smedberg Dalense. Decent cross. Bodies flying left and right. Couldn't find the Brazilian-born Martelli. And it's out. His dad from Oruro, which is even higher than La Paz. His mom from Sweden, born there and came up through Göteborg, where he's playing again now. They need him. Right now it's Argentina on the break. Strong challenge by Luis Gutierrez. A little too strong. And maybe a bit fortunate. Referee close enough, says just a yellow. Awkward more than vicious.
I think he felt that Higuaín was about to tuck back inside onto that right foot, but it's a sloppy tackle.
So Luis Alberto Gutierrez, the first caution of the match as we head to the 25th minute. And taking a look at the way things go, Colombia continuing Ecuador's difficult time, missing Miller Bolaños and Felipe Caicedo, and the offense just disappearing. They did come back late to snatch a point at home against Paraguay on Thursday, but victimized by Colombia in the first match of the day. Uruguay-Peru going on beIN Sports as we speak. Venezuela, Chile also to come, and Paraguay, Brazil before the night is out. Here's Di Maria. Mascherano. Back to Biglia, and the Lazio man keeps it moving. Bursting forward, Pinola into the area, tripped up outside. The advantage disappears, and an opportunity reappears.
They're opening the gaps. Pinola in particular is opening gaps. Every time he edges forward, he's forcing Bolivian defenders to make a decision, to step out. And in this case, they revert back. They step backwards. And he draws a free kick in a very dangerous area.
Well, that is one thing that we have seen now twice in this opening half, is Pinola on a foray upfield, something we don't normally see from the youngster Funes Mori. So a little wrinkle from Martino. The height should go in favor of Argentina, although Duke solid and Martelli strong.
"29 goals for Napoli this season. An outrageous season so far for Higuaín, but he'd love a goal at international level.
Messi from about 30 on an angle. Drives it in near post, and a diving stop. putting it out for a throw-in. That one looked like it was going in.
It's not like we haven't seen it all season for Barcelona this year. Lionel Messi, 6 goals directly from free kicks.
In for Higuaín, finds a little pocket. They'll retreat, regroup, and try it again.
It is a fascinating position that Higuaín is in right now. 29 goals, like I mentioned, for Napoli, having the season of his life, playing as that lone striker in a very similar formation and system for Maurizio Sarri at Napoli. Yet, I think most people would agree that
Romero making things interesting. And a chance here, stepping up Dani Bejarano, but stepping up even quicker, Pinola. Mercado can't control. Touched into the middle for Duke, but he wasn't ready, and Rojo will get it on the other side. That will bring a bit of a worry frown to the face of Gerardo Martino. But now quickly to the attack, and again to Messi, looking for help. Higuaín trying to spot the opening. Chance for Banega, and they're going to call a foul. It looked like he got the ball, but Aguino ruled to have gotten the man. Banega with that textbook inside out, and Valdivieso in disbelief. A chance for Argentina to double their lead from the spot.
They're furious. On initial reaction, I have to agree with the Bolivian players. Goes to ground very early, wins the ball in my opinion.
Well, does he go over the ball? Does he get the man and then the ball? The referee a lot closer than us, but you will not normally see that one called.
He certainly connects with the shin, I think, of Banega first, and then the ball. But it still seems harsh.
Well, in a stadium named after a legendary goal scorer in Mario Kempes, Córdoba, the place where Gabi Batistuta scored his 50th goal en route to 56. And Lionel Messi with a chance to follow in his footsteps. But we know how interesting penalty kicks have been for Messi this year. Right about 50% on the season. Lampe making him think. A wipe of the towel, a drink of water. The referee calls him back to his spot. And now from 12 paces, Lionel Messi trying to give Argentina a comfortable lead. Scored the penalty kick against Paraguay earlier. Can he follow it up here? Messi with the left foot past the fingertips of Lampe, and Messi's got 50.
And the fans simply adore this man. Lionel Messi, 50 goals for his country. Sensational. Valdivieso furious with the decision. The defender goes to ground so early, but Lionel Messi, as you mentioned, Phil, with all the woes from the penalty spot this season, has no issue whatsoever. He scored that penalty to give Argentina a 2-goal lead in the Copa America against Paraguay. That was his last goal for his country. And now he's off the mark, en route to Russia 2018.
And Gerardo Martino, believe it or not, that's his relieved look. Chumacero harassed. Off to the near side, Bejarano bangs it off Mercado and out. Luis Cristaldo with the long hair, the ex-Bolivian scoring star, born in Argentina, naturalized. Now one of the top assistants for Valdivieso.
With all their attacking threats, Argentina have not scored 3 goals in their last 6 games at all. The last time they scored 3 or more goals was against Bolivia, and that was back in September in a friendly match in which they hit 7.
So 2-0 the score line. Less than a quarter hour to go. And already making changes. Why not? Angel Correa checking in. Di Maria took a knock in the opening minutes. Why risk it? In fact, Martino wasn't happy. PSG already running away with the crown in France. Thought that PSG should have given Di Maria a bit of a breather heading into this cross-Atlantic trek. Wasn't the case. So now Martino giving him one of his own. Didn't even want to look.
Such a short run up, yet generates so much power. A decent height for the goalkeeper, but dispatched in the corner. Emotionless Lionel Messi finally gives us a smile.
107 caps, now 50 goals. Just 6 behind the legendary Batistuta. Kempes, for all of his scoring, just 20 now outside the top 10.
He's enjoying 2016, Lionel Messi. Remember, he missed so many games to start the season for Barcelona. Finally came back at the end of November in the Clásico and came on as a substitute.
Collision at midfield. Correa drawing the hit.
Messi has 22 goals though, Phil, in the La Liga season. It would have been inconceivable when he was out for so long to suggest that he may be in the chase for the Pichichi in Spain, and he certainly is now.
Messi spanking it back to his Barcelona teammate Javier Mascherano. Those two will be on the field again on the weekend in a pretty big matchup as well, El Clásico. April 2nd. Check out beINsports.com. Maybe last gasp for Real Madrid, if there is still a gasp. Touch back to Mascherano, into space for Messi. Turns and leaves Chumacero in his wake, slots it through. Here's Correa. Good ball wide for Mercado. Bejarano stepping out. Soft from Biglia, top of the box. Correa flicks it through, almost to Messi, but Martelli got there first. Maybe a goal-saving stop. Into the mix. Lampe catching it low.
What do you do in this instance if you're Julio César Valdivieso? Do you try and go at the game a little bit, opening up spaces? I don't think he's going to do that. I think Bolivia understand their fate in this game and will also have that 7-0 drubbing from September in the back of their mind. Eight changes in total coming into this game, seeing the likes of Arce, who was impressive against Colombia up front, coming out.
Good ball into space. What can Higuaín do with it? Gutierrez trying to stay with him. 10 minutes left. Finds Messi. Again to his left. Correa back to Messi. Slotting it through. Banega, but offside. The ball headed home. So close, but Banega so far.
I think that's close, Phil. I thought Messi got it spot on.
Take a look at the bottom of the screen, and it does look like they get it right.
Good decision.
Carlos Lopez on this near side. Banega, if he holds that run.
And if I'm Lionel Messi, I'm furious with Éver Banega. He has to check that run. He has to be smart about it, and don't give the linesman an option. Check your run, because that's a beautiful goal from Lionel Messi. If Banega stays onside.
Little off balance from Pinola. Flying in Demichelis. Now Mascherano. Pinola doing well. Out of Chacarita Juniors. One of the kindergarten clubs, you might say. A lot of talent coming out there. Pinola, one of them. Bejarano Sees it touched away by Mascherano. Here's Campos, dispossessed but out for a throw-in. Getting closer and closer, Bolivia. If they can find a goal, Duk, actually that was Smedberg de Lance, content with a corner. If they can find a goal and make this interesting at the half. Up steps Martelli.
They've got a lot of defenders on the pitch. They know how to attack balls, but certainly not the tallest team, Bolivia.
Keep an eye on Duk, though. The number 9, the Cosmos forward, good on the air. Ball in, looking for him, but it just sails a bit high. Demichelis getting rid of it. Under pressure, Campos, and forced to retreat, and then all the way back. Lampe. And a wasted opportunity. A corner, and then 4 touches later, it's an Argentine throw. Talked about that chance with Banega making Messi upset. I'm not sure that Martino would be as upset. Maybe the 2-0 lead will comfort him. Here's Banega back for Higuaín, taken out, but advantage played, cleared away, and well, maybe no advantage. It'll be a throw-in for Bolivia. Here another chance as we watch Higuaín. And there's Mercado. They're creating chances here today, Kevin, and that's something that they haven't been doing.
They're not being forced to defend, though. Conserving all energy and using it to go forward. It's been a walk in the park so far for Argentina. Bolivia is so limited. When you look at the players that they have, where they're playing their football, many of them domestically in Bolivia. Always such a tough task. You look at an Argentina squad that's worth about $350 million.
Compared to
about $3 or $4 million in Bolivia.
Chipped forward, looking for Messi. Sliding in at the last moment was Gutierrez. Mentioned the first match of the day with Colombia coming away with a good performance. Important with the Copa America Centenario in the summer. Unlike normal, there will not be qualifiers coming up at least until the end of August and into September. Argentina taking on Uruguay as they renew their old rivalry. Meanwhile, for Bolivia, they'll be resuming their rivalry with Peru, who are desperately in need of points. Battled back to grab a draw against Venezuela. Peru taking on Uruguay as we speak.
But next up for Bolivia, Phil, is a friendly against the United States and Jurgen Klinsmann's team.
Be interesting to see this summer with the Copa. Had the chance to watch it, the South American variety, last summer. This time it's a bit of an exhibition, a celebration. Some of the South American teams expected to bring youth teams or B teams to try and figure out who might be ready for a chance at the big time. Regardless, anytime they step on the field against each other, it turns into a battle, and now all of a sudden the CONCACAF team's getting a chance. Messi might be the biggest soccer event in the United States since '94.
Absolutely. Again, look at the space afforded to Marcos Rojo. If Argentina can switch it quicker to their fullbacks, that's where I think they'll find their pot of gold. But right now, they're trying to force things a little bit centrally. Biglia, Éver Banega as well, coming in. Mascherano now once more. But this is what Higuaín can give you. Hold up play.
Ooh.
And as soon as I say that, Higuaín enters the Iron Maiden, probably stage area.
The wax melted. And just like Icarus, down to earth. 4 minutes left in regulation. Bolivia will take it. Any help they can get. Messi finds a pocket of space and then upended. Nothing vicious. It's just he was pirouetting back and had his plant leg taken. This time they do throw bodies in front. They learn their lesson, a goal too late. Gutierrez again. By the way, Di Maria pulled. Just like with Barcelona, Messi's going to want to play 90. They have the 2 in the pocket already. I'm sure with Real Madrid coming up, Luis Enrique is kind of hoping that Messi gets an early shower. About 35 yards out. 4 in the box, 2 more charging in. Messi going for goal. Lampe maybe over-judged that one and forced to reach back and slap it away. Biglia. Pretty big matchup of his own, the Derby della Capitale, with Roma and Lazio renewing their rivalry this weekend. Messi hurdles the challenge, drives past another, blasted just wide of the upright. Good ball inside for Higuaín, but he could not bury it.
That's just beautiful. It really is. Lionel Messi shifting his balance from side to side. Here's the earlier free kick. Comfortable save in the end from Carlos Lampe. But when Messi gets that ball to feet again, 1-2 turns off to the races. Nobody can catch him. Rides the tackle. Takes on the second one. Looks for the 1-2 with Higuaín. And in the end, the Napoli striker has a vicious shot from distance that's not far away at all. Sexy football from Argentina.
Everything going their way. If they can get Higuaín on track, it would pretty much be a perfect night at the office for Gerardo Martino. Chumacero, smallest man in the park, battling with Mascherano, but it trickles away. Demichelis back to Romero. See Messi filling that center channel after Higuaín peeled away. Not quite the same as Luis Suarez and Neymar, but a lot to keep an eye on. Long for Messi, tried to bring it down but couldn't.
Well, if you're Lionel Messi, you come away from Barcelona and you leave Neymar and Suarez behind, but you enter a team with Angel Di Maria and Gonzalo Higuaín, or maybe Sergio Aguero. Next in line for some of the best footballers in the world.
These two nations have been playing this game for quite a while. Argentina since 1893. And 2-time World Cup champions. 14 times for the Copa America. Don't forget, Volkswagen halftime show coming your way, brought to you by the newly redesigned Passat. There might be some redesigns from Valdivieso as he chats with Victor Barrientos. Bolivia has been around since 1925, but again, a late bloomer, you might say, in South America, splintering off from Peru. Not a lot in their trophy cabinet. The Tuichi Academy getting them into the World Cup in 1994. Seemed like when Valdivieso and Echeverri and Moreno and Sanchez were playing, it was just the start of something. Looks like it might have been the end. They have never quite gotten back to that level. Correa trying to dummy it through. Good step up Aguino, but a poor pass back to the big man. Correa in for Higuaín. Sends it wide for Mercado. Maybe the last play of this first half. Chipping it in and over. Aguino putting his body in the way. And Messi will not give up. He goes for it and lands hard.
He's made a steal. Lionel Messi gets straight back up once more. Feels the hit. Decent play from Mercado. I still don't feel offensively he's as effective as you would like from an Argentine fullback. But Messi gets straight back to his feet. It was so rare to see him out for a prolonged period of time this season because he really doesn't miss many matches at all.
And that will do it. Just a minute added. Argentina almost scored 10 seconds in. Delayed, not denied. Higuaín to Mercado, and then Messi from the spot. It's 2-0 Argentina over Bolivia at the half.
Very comfortable. Quick talk from the Bolivian players. And certainly you look at a player like Juan Carlos Arce and also Rodrigo Ramallo that may come in the second half.
Stick around. The Volkswagen Express halftime show comes your way next. Argentina in front.
What does it mean to be fit? It's eating, bleeding, needing to do more. Knowing you earned it. Knowing you changed. When you get there, everything fits. Bodybuilding.com. 20 million customers can't be wrong.
Hello, Geico? Yeah, I was just talking about your emergency roadside service and how it's available 24/7 and then our car overheated. But what are the chances? Can you send a tow truck, please? The location? You're not going to believe this, but it's in a tree. I wish I was joking, mate, but it's literally stuck in a tree. A chainsaw? No. All we really need is a tow truck.
Day or night, Geico's emergency roadside service is there for you.
I won this 55-inch TV for less than $30 on DealDash.com.
I got this $1,200 computer for $100.71.
These aren't actors, they're real people who got real savings at DealDash.com, the fair and honest bidding site.
On Deal Dash, I got this $349 mixer for less than $25.
iPads sell for as little as $5, laptops for $10, and professional cameras for as little as $20.
I won this iPhone for $8.48 at DealDash.com.
I got all this for less than $50 on DealDash.com.
Try Deal Dash today. If you don't win, get your money back, but hurry, everything must go. Go to DealDash.com now to start bidding.
In my first 4 months on Deal Dash, I won 104 auctions.
And shipping is always free.
Visit DealDash.com and start bidding today.
La Liga is here on beIN Sports. Simeone's squad is relentless at home. Atlético Madrid versus Betis. Saturday on beIN Sports.
Welcome to the new era.
The best just got better.
beIN Sport.
beIN Sport.
beIN Sport.
beIN Sports.
The global sports network. beIN Sport.
You think you have seen it all, but you haven't.
right here on beIN Sports.
Gabi Mercado continues his resurrection, and Lionel Messi, well, let's just say he is the king. 50th goal for Messi. Argentina by 2 at the half. Share your thoughts on Twitter, beIN Sports USA, and at ESPN Sports. And check out more online at beINSports.com. Argentina with 45 minutes more to go. Stick around. Can Bolivia find a way to fight back?
Got a small business, and we needed a new website.
I talked to a web design company, but they wanted to charge me a fortune.
Then I heard about web.com.
They said they would build me a custom website for free.
We just thought, there's no way.
Then I called them up.
And then they built it for me.
A custom website built free. Who would have thought?
If you call the experts at web.com now, we'll build you a new custom website absolutely free. Then we'll list your website in hundreds of places online so new customers can easily find you. If you're happy with your new website, we'll continue to provide promotion, hosting, support, and maintenance, all for one low monthly fee. If not, cancel and pay nothing.
And when they say nothing, they really mean nothing.
Call right now and get a free .com or .net domain name for your new website powered by VeriSign, the world's leading domain name provider. You say it, we build it free. It's as easy as web.com.
Call 1-800-862-9469 today.
Hola, mi nombre es April and I love my new Ford Focus. Me dio mucha sorpresa porque yo fui al dealer pensando que mi mamá me iba a tener que ayudar y es todo gracias a Ford Credit porque ellos me dejaron que financiara el carro yo sola y míralo, está increíble el carro. Y además me siento segura y no me preocupo mucho de tener que gastar mucho dinero en gasolina porque es lo máximo. I'm so glad I got a Ford.
Jorge Lorenzo, the Spanish won the premiere in Qatar. Now, the second challenge is in Argentina. Sunday, MotoGP on beIN Sports. Only one network gives you more options in sports. beIN Sports. The best football in the world. La Liga from Spain. Serie A from Italy. Ligue 1 from France. The Capital One Cup, the Football League Championship from England. And the CONCACAF and CONMEBOL qualifiers. International fights, boxing championships. The most important tennis tournaments with the top-ranking superstars. All the adrenaline of SBK Superbike and Rallycross. The best rugby of the planet. Aviva Premiership, RBA Six Nations, and Guinness Pro 12. Cycling, major competitions in Europe, and much more. The most comprehensive coverage of international sports is beIN Sports.
Volkswagen halftime continues. Argentina with the lead over Bolivia. Started out strong, did Argentina, at home in Córdoba and making themselves feel right at home.
It was a blistering start from the get-go here. Inside the first 10 seconds, really hard to believe. Bolivia slack at the back and it gifts Argentina an opening. Angel Di Maria goes for the little nutmeg on Carlos Lampe. And when it falls to Éver Banega, his shot cannons off the woodwork. What a start for Argentina. And here, Lionel Messi was fouled. A quick free kick taken by the great Messi. Finds Higuaín. He was thwarted, but then puts it on a plate for Gabriel Mercado. His second goal in as many games, believe it or not, for the fullback. So unselfish from Higuaín. 1-0 Argentina. Lionel Messi from a free kick. He's been so successful this season for Argentina from set plays. Well, free kicks, that is. Maybe not penalties, but he did get a penalty kick today. Valdivieso furious. Felt it was an extremely soft decision, but Messi stepped up in style. Last 2 goals for his country have come from the penalty spot. 2-0 Argentina, Phil, and absolutely cruising.
Not really much for Sergio Romero to worry about. And as you could see, Argentina in front, almost added another here, slapped away by Carlos Lampe.
So comfortable throughout. Big decisions now for Valdivieso. Does he introduce a more attack-minded lineup as we see this Lionel Messi? Unbelievable pace, balance, technical ability. Finds the right foot of Gonzalo Higuaín. He strikes just wide. Very impressive first 45 from Argentina.
And 45 more to go. Bolivia, a strong second half in their last match against Colombia. Can they duplicate it? Next.
For us, every chair is a beach chair.
You have a vision. It's why you can see what others can't. You know what you want, and we can help you get it. You need options? We've got all kinds, including special finishes and papers. And they're all absolutely guaranteed, every time, for any reason. Because you have a vision. And we have your card. 500 start at just $9.99 when you enter BC500 at Vistaprint.com.
The best drivers of the planet are here. The adrenaline is guaranteed. FIA World Rallycross Championship, only on beIN Sports.
Why do we root for our teams? From Barcelona to La Roma, from the United States to Colombia, we find ourselves deeply invested in the outcome of our teams. It's this regional obsession with a collective mood depending on our team's success and its failures. If they're doing well, it reflects on us in terms of bragging rights, status, prestige, and identity. If they're doing bad, it hurts the heart like nothing else. We identify with our teams in ways that players do not. Athletes can be mercenaries, but the fan can be permanent. This is why we root for our teams. That's why we're fans.
Every Clasico has its history, an eternal tale that goes beyond the BBC or the MSN. A battle between two institutions that always repeats itself. Yes, that is Zidane, and yes, that is Luis Enrique. Be part of the history Saturday on beIN Sports. This match is brought to you in part by Hennessy. Never stop, never settle.
Time now, take a look at our beIN Optics, brought to you by Cricket Wireless. And here, well, without a wire, Argentina flying high.
I mean, Phil, from looking at 5 at the back for Bolivia to within 6-7 seconds, they're torn to shreds. It's a 3-on-2. Now, I want you to take a look here. This is the Lionel Messi pass. He's fouled here. Now, watch as the defender for Bolivia simply turns his back and runs away. You have to stand in front of the ball. We're talking about the best passer in world football. Takes a quick one, lifts his head, picks out a beautiful pass for Gonzalo Higuaín. And when it comes back from a Neguito save on the line, it's Mercado that taps it home. Higuaín, very unselfish.
Oh, look.
My phone is blowing up.
Mobile Strike. Download and play now, free from the App Store.
Welcome to the new era. The best just got better. beIN Sport. beIN Sport. beIN Sport. beIN Sports. The global sports network. beIN Sport. You think you have seen it all, but you haven't.
Right here on beIN Sports.
It's our soccer. It's our teams. It's our game. NSAL is here on beIN Sports, starting April 2nd. Enjoy the best in sports on beIN Sports through your TV and on beIN Sports Connect. Get complete access to 11 live streaming events on your phone, PC, or tablet. To subscribe, log on to beinsportsconnect.tv. And now, available through Chromecast.
Second half about ready to get underway. Jesús Valenzuela, the Venezuelan ref. You could say he got the calls right. There might be a disagreement on a key one by Valdivieso. The penalty kick, which gives Argentina their second goal. Phil Shane alongside Kevin Egan, Jose Baus and Eduardo Biscayart on Spanish. Hit the SAP button if you will. Although the score won't change. Well, it might change here as Higuaín pushing forward. Fernando Saucedo in for Smedberg Dalance. Ball in for Banega. And cleared by Chumacero. Samuel Galindo, the ex-Arsenal product or project, coming in for Jasmani Campos. So second change.
Phil, Argentina completely and utterly dominant in that first half, but the goals coming from two key moments. One, you cannot turn your back on Lionel Messi as he's about to take a free kick like that. It was this man here, Luis Gutierrez, that did so. And then the penalty. I have no question that Julio Cesar Valdivieso had some words with the officials on the way in at halftime, because I have to agree, I thought it was rather soft in favor of Argentina, and Lionel Messi obviously dispatched with no problems whatsoever.
Keep an eye on Galindo, 6'3", still just 23 years of age. Came up through Real America. Played so well in the youth ranks for Bolivia. If I remember, first time I saw him, he was just 15. Arsenal liked him so much they bought him, but not the fleetest of foot. And he's basically been on loan from the Gunners through Greece and Spain, and now back to Bolivia with Oriente Petrolero. Been a while since he's been called up as well. This is just his fourth cap. Messi harassed, gets rid of it. Here's Banega. Wide for Rojo. First half tactics. Pinola, a different look. And it works well next to Demichelis. Not the speediest of foot anymore, but still a smart player that can sometimes make a foolish mistake. But Pinola's speed, even at the age of 33, has given Argentina another weapon.
It's his ball carrying ability out of the back. It's been very evident in this game, and certainly I think a tactic. Rather than play a simple ball to Mascherano and allow him be that deep lying playmaker, You have a central defender in Pinola who's comfortable taking the ball out of the back and asking Bolivian players to come to him. Stretch the field a little bit and draw them out of position.
Down goes Duk, who, again, phenomenal off the bench against Colombia, invisible in Córdoba. Di Maria looked good in the opening moments, but substituted a half hour in with a bit of a knock on the shin.
And the fans know how close that one was, Phil. They really did give a sigh of relief as that pass was played out to Mascherano. Martin Snedberg just with that little high press, not too far away. It's a nice opportunity for Correa in this game. I think he'd love to see more minutes at Atletico Madrid. Lots of competition there. And even someone like Vieto is maybe seeing more action than Correa, and that might not please him too much.
Nice little sneak in for Biglia. Not really a shooter, though. The Lazio man swings it out. Mercado in. Sailed over the head of Correa and almost meets Messi perfectly.
The ball somehow manages to evade all defenders and Higuaín.
Looked like it was actually Rojo who made the huge leap for that one. And maybe that unsighted Messi a bit.
Indeed, it was Rojo breaking into the area, and just watch as it comes across. Look at that run from Messi. He was going to make it no matter what Rojo and the Bolivian defenders did. Not so far away from Lionel Messi at all.
Out wide. Higuaín harassed. Flag comes up from Luis Sanchez. It'll be a free kick for Argentina. Fernando Salcedo, the substitute at the half, 26 years of age, getting his first cap out of Wilstermann, named after the legendary aviator. Some interesting names in Bolivia, to say the least. Well, let's just say they're not exactly playing the strongest today. At least they aren't. Maybe they are in Argentina. I think if Argentina had started out this way, we'd be looking at them as huge favorites. They still are. Just a slow start, proving, I guess, they're human. Although with Messi, there's still a few questions about that. Correa fouled. A lot of running for Banega. Seems like he's been around forever, but he's still just 27. He's younger than Messi.
But Lionel Messi, Phil, it seems like he's been around forever too. He's just 28 years of age still.
Again, you think about it. If he wanted, and if he stays healthy, he could still have another decade to go.
Incredible. Starting and playing for Barcelona back in the 2004-05 season.
Sneaks it in for Biglia, forward for Higuaín, back to the middle, eludes Correa, and tracking it down at the last moment was Salcedo. Back to Mercado, and you kind of wonder if there is still room for Zabaleta at that right back spot. Would imagine with the Centenario he'll get a chance to shine. Well, the whole Manchester City equation, a lot of questions. Banega seemed to be tripped up looking for a foul, but it's not going to happen. Out quickly, and here's a chance for Duk. Has Chumacero in the middle, cuts back, taken down by Mascherano. Hit the dry patch. Chumacero saying maybe there should be a card with that, but No sign of it from Valenzuela.
And with that captain's armband, Chumacero just has not stopped talking to the referee, but he's got a point here. That's a great cutback from Yasmani Duk, and he's cleaned out by Mascherano. The Bolivian players just take the ball out of that golden patch of grass that's been left from the Iron Maiden concert. And now it looks like Martin Snedberg will be the man to have a crack.
Snedberg there with Salcedo, sends him away. And the Goalkeeper man about 25 yards out. Romero peeking around that far side of the wall. Only 4 men in it.
Romero's leaving an awful lot of room on the right-hand side.
Snedberg deflected. And it will go out for a corner. Not bad from the Swedish-based mid.
It's a wonderful effort, but I think Romero was nearly teasing him, asking him to go that direction right before he takes it. Watch the goalkeeper. He shifts across to his left-hand side and makes a comfortable save. Well done, Sergio Romero.
This will swing away. Smedberg de lance. Well, he found the target, but Marvin Bejarano could not.
I think that's a big chance. It's a good delivery toward the near post. Here we see the moment, I believe, that Angel Di Maria went out of the game. Innocuous. Not a whole lot you could see from that one, Phil.
Again, PSG will not need him in league play, but they're still hoping for some glory in Europe. Doesn't appear to be too bothered. The ice probably just precautionary. Geronimo Rui, the young goalkeeper, in the background. Nice move, Correa. Driving it in, Rojo. And with Rui getting called in, again, getting a lot of action, maybe too much action for La Real fans, but with Sergio Romero gathering dust on the bench at Manchester United, there'd been some thought that Rui might actually get a start here today against Bolivia. But Martino showing faith. Correa to Higuaín. Higuaín drives it in. Gutierrez throws a body in front. Actually, it might have been Martelli sliding over. Now Messi drops it to the feet of Rojo, who just couldn't control it.
You mentioned Zabaleta a little bit earlier, Phil. I still think he has a huge future. At Argentina. Wonderfully talented footballer, but aside from that, he's a terrier. Brilliant defensively for me.
Don't forget, participate yourself in the locker room. Hashtag what I loved or que te gusto. beIN Sports USA and ESPN Sports. From Argentine fans' perspective, maybe Messi's 50th. Return of Mercado. Two wins for Bolivia. They had a moment against Colombia, but could not hold on. Gutierrez harassing Correa, coming back, Biglia to win it. Into the corner for Higuaín. The Brazilian-born Martelli trying to slow him down.
Is there a better striker in world football that can hold the ball up and recycle the ball for his team than Gonzalo Higuaín? Certainly what I've seen this season for Napoli.
It would be a short list.
It's incredible what he's able to do. Such a strong yet quick striker.
Good chance for Messi. Tees up Rojo. Takes it wide again, though. Sneaks it back to the top of the box. Messi tries to chip it in. Martelli there again.
there we see the tussle between two players. Moments ago it was Mascherano and Yasmani Duk. And here it's the other end of the pitch and the opposite way around. The Cosmos man comes through the back of the Barcelona man. Beautiful bit of skill here though from Rojo, offering a little bit more in the second half offensively. Messi went for the little dink over the goalkeeper. And there's that challenge. That's a sore one.
Mascherano shakes it off, as is his wont. There's Galindo playing some defense. Banega from about 27. Well tackled by Bejarano. Barks at his keeper as Argentina gets it back. Again for Messi. Get it, give it. Because if he holds on for a second, that bullseye pops up. Banega sneaks it in. Good run. Correa. Low to the near post, but down goes Lampe quickly.
Oh, it's a beautiful bit of skill from Correa. Just watch as he shifts his balance here. Argentina, once more you see defensive-minded players carrying the ball. Now the space opens up for Correa. Fools the defender as he shifts his way to the left. There it is. That's a joy to watch from the Atleti man. The finish left a little bit to be desired, but nice positive impact from Angel Correa.
2 subs left for Martino, 1 for Valdivieso with 30 minutes to go. There's a good look at the string bean Samuel. Coming back, Galindo. He's got a good touch for a big man. And I think that's what they're trying to do. If they can find a way to get him the ball, maybe he could find a way to give Duk a chance. Banega harassed Salcedo with the foul.
It's really difficult for Julio Cesar Valdivieso's team right now. They've lost 7 of their last 8 matches. Their sole victory in that bunch at home to Venezuela recently. It was in a November qualifier. Look at that. Lionel Messi.
Making Galindo disappear. Does the same with Chumacero into the box. But too many men to beat. Still, that will bring the fans to their feet.
And rightly so. Artistic football from Lionel Messi. We talked about Correa shifting his balance. Watch Messi here. How do you stop this? He teases, flirts with going to the right, goes to the left, then to the right. This is special from Messi.
Gutierrez just able to get his body inside, and it's the same move 4 times, and it still works. Because there's always the threat he's going to cut to his left. Flying through, and they forgot something along the way. Messi and Galindo meet at midfield. Here's Rojo quickly down in towards the corner for Correa, the Atleti man. Help on his inside. Correa cutting to the goal line, sneaks it in low. Lampe trying to keep it in but can't. It'll be a corner for Argentina.
Really impossible for the official on the far sideline to see if this ball did go out of play, so the referee calls it for him. Carlos Lampe just can't keep it in, but it is party time right now for Argentina. Yes, it's early in the game, but they're turning it on.
Ball driven to the 6, headed clear. These two teams will meet in less than 3 months' time in the Copa America Centenario. Argentina facing Chile and Panama as well. Bolivia with Panama, Chile, Argentina in their group play. As you mentioned, following their friendly against the United States in 2 months' time to the day. Galindo couldn't bring it under control. Nice from Higuaín.
Brilliant hold of play once more.
Although Again, if you're a goal scorer, you're paid to score goals. And he's had some, I was going to say famous misses, infamous misses. Seems to have put that behind him, though, to say the least, on a record run in Serie A. Nice from Biglia. Messi laid off Higuaín, but too shy. Chumacero was there. Again to the mighty might, dispossessed. Good step in Rojo. Mascherano makes it look easy. Mercado adding a touch of steel, lifted back, striding in. Higuaín, top of the box, outside of the boot. Couldn't find Messi, went to Biglia, and he could not caress it home.
And Biglia was the man that started the move. It was a crunching tackle up the other end of the pitch. Tata Martino takes a swig of water and takes a breather, because this is pulsating stuff from Argentina. Close control, superb teamwork throughout. Higuaín looks to shoot, instead checks it back for Lucas Biglia. And this isn't far away at all. The outside of the boot, it's always swirling away from goal. The scoreline simply does not reflect how dominant Argentina have been in this one.
Now again, something to consider, and I'm not saying that Argentina is going to miss, but there could be some tight collars. 5 teams fighting it out that will have their World Cup dreams kept alive, and 5 that will see them disappear. You don't have to go that far back, where a single goal was the difference, keeping Colombia out of a World Cup. Nice little touch by Messi. Chance on the break. Banega. Banega claiming a deflection.
This is the issue. You lose it to Argentina, off they go to the races.
And it's 4v2, really. Although Higuaín holds his run.
He just didn't look comfortable on his left foot, Éver Banega. It's Correa that sets him away, and I think he needed to check back. The ball didn't come across. The ball seemed to slow up, and he couldn't get it out of his feet in time.
Maybe some credit to Diego Bejarano for staying in that passing lane.
Well
Here
done,
comes
Mascherano.
Banega again with Messi, leaves it for the Barcelona playmaker. Correa tried to swing it wide and cleared away to safety. And again, getting to the point, goal differential is that first tiebreaker. And you'd have to imagine, no matter what happens over the next couple of years, Argentina will be seeded regardless of where they finish.
The big question for them is, Phil, the big question, can they shore up what would seem to be somewhat of a porous back four? Now look, they went all the way to the World Cup final. They were not far away at all from beating Germany to win it all.
Could have beaten Chile in the Copa America final.
Indeed. So they're not far away at all. The big question is, can they remain tight at the back? Is Funes Mori a first choice now, the Everton central defender?
Still some action to come, but at the moment Argentina would climb to 3rd place and at least into those top 4 spots. Colombia with a victory, also reports of their demise a bit premature, with a somewhat impressive win over prior table leading Ecuador. Brazil, of course, getting underway.
Phil, our very own Tim Stannard here at beIN Sports called the CONMEBOL World Cup qualification process as a marathon through mud.
Chance now again. Correa, he might be a mutter, chipping it across, looking for Higuaín. Back comes Galindo to clear.
But he's right, because you look at the likes of an Ecuador who race off to a comprehensive early lead, yet now are pegged back in the last 2 games, picking up just a single point. Maybe they'll start to question themselves.
Brazil, Paraguay, the nightcap, by the way, beINsports.com and beIN Sports Connect for all of the action. Nice touch, Galindo. Good step up again by Pinola, and that draws a round of applause. Unable to keep it in was Rojo. 33 years of age, and as Demichelis hangs up the spikes, maybe Pinola ready to step up as the elder statesman on that back line. You'd figure Otamendi has been handed the mantle as the leader, and Funes Mori, the youngster by way of Dallas to Everton, seems to have stepped in alongside, but takes more than 2 center backs to get through a tournament. Martelli retreats. Under pressure, Lampe. Was it deflected? Yes, says the referee. The stadium built again back in 1976 for that '78 World Cup. This is a stadium where Nene Kubia scored 5 goals in that World Cup. 2 against Scotland and a hat-trick against Iran to follow. Against Scotland, probably one of the best World Cup free kick goals of all time, with an outside of the foot blast into that near post. But he didn't have to do that after Iron Maiden played, so.
I just wonder, would Tata Martino be interested in any way of trying to see how it works with Aguero and Higuaín up front? Messi, Di Maria on the flanks, and then maybe go with the Banega alongside Mascherano in midfield.
Looks frustration getting the better of him.
With that, obviously, you need a really strong back 4.
Didn't hear, was there room for Di Maria in that lineup?
Yes, Di Maria, Lionel Messi, maybe in midfield on either flank.
But that would mean maybe a Banega comes out, or he drops next to Mascherano and Biglia sits. It's a nice problem to have.
It is. But certainly trying to deal with an Higuaín and Aguero, as well as a Messi and Di Maria coming through them from the middle, forces teams to think a little bit differently.
Take a look at some of the players who didn't even get called up, like Di Maria's teammate at PSG, Javier Pastore, who got off to such a great start. Messi stripped. Roberto Pereira doing so well at Juventus before his injury. And speaking of Juventus, Dybala, Vieto as well, Carlos Tevez, who wasn't even in the picture this time around despite his heroics at Boca.
It was interesting listening to an interview with Correa before the season at Atletico Madrid, and he talked about how he wants to mold his game a little bit more like Carlos Tevez. Add that tenacious element to his game.
El Flaco, they used to call Martino a few years ago. Collision here. Mascherano pounded, although going for the ball, said the referee. Better be careful.
With so much talk, Phil, in world football and in the United States with Jurgen Klinsmann about playing players in the positions where they're successful at their club, then you look at someone like a Javier Mascherano, who plays week in, week out for Barcelona as a central defender and can slot in as a midfielder, no problem. His attitude, his application, everything is spot on for this team. It's incredible.
Speaking of Barcelona, don't forget the Clásico and all of the programming leading up to it this weekend. beINsports.com for all the details. Barcelona still lists him as a midfielder, by the way. And it was Pep Guardiola that spotted that. Jorge Sampaoli kind of did the same with Gary Medel, dropping him to the back line, even though he's a midfielder for Inter.
Speaking
of reverse picture.
Speaking of dropping Mascherano, if you remember correctly, when he first went to West Ham United, it was Alan Pardew who felt that Hayden Mullins was a better option in the team rather than Javier Mascherano.
How'd that work out?
Not very well.
74th minute. Tackled away, lunging tackle, but Chumacero dances in front of the blades of Banega. A little back heel, but it kind of helps if your teammates are thinking forward. It's only a 2-goal game. And again, a goal for Bolivia could make this interesting for the final quarter hour. They actually fought back for a draw against Colombia, only to see it snatched at the death.
But that's frustrating there, Phil. You work so hard to win the ball back when you're Bolivia in a game like this, and Ronald Higuaín just kicks the ball up in the air, a hit and hope, asking Yasmani Duk to try and take it down amongst 2 or 3 Argentina defenders. That has to frustrate Valdivieso, because you want your team to be better in possession of the football once you finally win it back.
Well, you kind of wonder. Again, 5 teams, that 5th team with the play-in spot. Will they start to build for the next Copa America? Ball slammed into the chest of Rojo, right in the solar plexus as he loses his air. Dani Bejarano still just 22. Rascaeta, who was on the roster for that Colombia match, also 22. And some youngsters like Pedraza, the defender, and Villarroel, just 17 years of age in the picture. Chumacero will exit and hand off the armband. Juan Carlos Arce, who started against Colombia, will step in, more a winger than a central mid.
Well, it's a much more attack-minded switch for Valdivieso. Arce, yes, he can play on the wing, but he also played up front at times against Colombia. And instantly some more support for Yasmani Duk.
And again, credit to Valdivieso. The substitutions he's making with Salcedo, Galindo, and now Arce still show he thinks they have a chance. Galindo. Wrong idea. Correa steps into the passing lane and rifles the shot high and wide.
The crowd applaud the effort from Correa. Costly turnover once more. So sloppy from Bolivia, but watch Lionel Messi here and Higuaín. No great effort at all to keep up with the play. I think they thought and maybe felt that Correa should check back. Instead, the youngster went for the spectacular.
Arce, the substitute out of Bolivar. His 49th appearance. 8 goals to show for it for the 30-year-old, and another gift for Argentina. Well, looks like Higuaín's day might be done. That would be the standard swap for Tata.
And I think Higuaín will be frustrated in a game like this where Argentina have nearly 80% possession, that he hasn't had 1 or 2 real good chances, opportunities in this game.
Well, he did have the one that was denied, but then promptly set up Mercado for the opener.
That's about all he's had. 1 or 2 shots from distance. Now he makes way. It's been a long time since Higuaín has registered for Argentina. The last time being back in July in the Copa America.
He's only 2 goals there. In fact, you have to go back to 2014 with 9 goals. And it just seemed as though he was ready to take on the world. But again, still a record run with Napoli. And at least in the picture for Argentina. Trickles away, and Bolivia will have to be content with a corner kick. Frustrating day at the office for Duk. Sneaking it across. Bejarano knotted down. Speaking of the devil, but Duk denied by Romero. just couldn't get enough on it.
Oh, he knows what a glorious opportunity that was. A difficult one at that. But Bolivia haven't had many opportunities near Sergio Romero today, and that was one. Any pace on the ball he can get, right or left of Romero, and this is hitting the back of the net. Beautifully lofted ball. The desire was there from Yasmani Duk.
Duke's still 28. Probably one more cycle to go. Here's Biglia. All of the wild cards played by Valdivieso. Tata still with one.
It's so exhausting chasing the football. It's much easier on the body when you have possession. And Bolivia, having played in La Paz in a grueling contest just a few days ago against Colombia, a 5-goal thriller in which they lost and exhausted themselves in fighting back from 2 goals down. Now making the trip to Argentina, chasing the likes of Lionel Messi, Higuaín, Correa. It's difficult, yet they're still in this game.
Biglia brought down right in front of the referee. Ronald Aguino lost the ball, won it back, and then tripped up as he was ready to make the pass. Lamela is still available on the bench. Maybe a chance for Augusto Fernandez. Plug up the midfield. Or Lautaro Acosta, the 28-year-old late bloomer out of Lanús. Maybe a chance for him to make his debut up front. And that might mean that Messi sits, and that doesn't happen often.
But like you said, Phil, the small matter of a Clásico at the weekend. You know that Luis Enrique is watching on and just really hoping that Tata Martino pulls Messi and says, take a break.
Messi. Galindo got a touch, and he saw Tata head in his hands practically, just thinking what might have been. Messi dances on that knife edge. Sneaking it across, but over Agüero. No problem for Lampe.
Once more, though, the ability to shift his body in that sense and tell the defender he's going one way and shift back onto the other within a split second is incredible.
Well, taking a look at these two matches for Argentina, not just the 6 points in pocket. Again, Agüero rides the challenge, staying to his left. Correa tries to keep it alive. Stepping in Bejarano, cleared right back. Again, it's Biglia this time. A collision top of the box. Messi goes down, and a free kick for Argentina.
But once more, Javier Mascherano with a crunching tackle. Such a brilliantly timed tackle from Mascherano. Wins the ball back for his team. And now a golden opportunity from the edge of the area for Lionel Messi.
Got his 50th from the spot in the first half. Second all-time leading scorer for the Albiceleste. I was going to say the emergence of Mercado cementing that right back position over these two games. Pinola again providing some depth. I think we've seen a little bit more out of Banega today as well, although not much to show for it. I don't think Tata thinks they've solved all of their problems, but it looks a lot more promising than it did just a month ago. Cristiano Ronaldo put on a show for the Portuguese fans. What can Messi do here?
It's so central, Phil. So difficult to predict from a goalkeeper standpoint.
Just a yard off his line, Lampe, and he reaches up, top hand save, sprawling to his left to deny Messi his second.
What a save. Carlos Lampe didn't play against Colombia, comes back in for this game, and this is a sensational stop. It's Messi, and it looks like it's destined for the top corner. May have actually hit the bar, but Lampe wasn't taking any chances. Well done.
Great shot. Even better stop. Sets up the corner. Cleared at the near post. A poor touch, though. Right back to Rojo. Blasts it. Sounded like it might have deflected, but it sails high.
Rojo with this strike here. He just cuts across the ball. I think it deceives the goalkeeper. Watch, he takes it back onto the left foot. Just strikes completely through the ball.
Salcedo, a low light as he tried to swing that one. And there is Augusto Fernandez, the ex-Celta Vigo mid, now with Atleti.
You called it, Phil. Augusto Fernandez just come in alongside Mascherano.
And put this one to bed.
Yeah. Biglia there as well. Plenty of tough characters in the center midfield for Argentina.
Looking for a third. Into the area. Following up Rojo. And another laser beam that's not online.
Very similar execution from Rojo. Wonderful ball down the line to start it. And how persistent is Sergio Aguero here? Not once, not twice, 3 times. He finally gets past the defender, and as the ball comes all the way across, it's a similar execution. Rojo puts his left foot right through that ball. And it comes once more off the outside of the foot rather than a clean hit, and he'll be disappointed with that finish. Under no pressure whatsoever.
Rojo sneaks it up the line, gets it back. Interesting, it was Banega who sits, not Biglia. Maybe just resting him up. Fernandez wide. Mercado spots the gap for Mascherano. And now putting on a show.
But Mascherano, while at Liverpool, would be a little bit more cautious, played the more sensible pass and shorter pass. But since he's been at Barcelona, he's really expanded. Ooh, that's a crunching tackle.
Rojo getting up quickly. Aguino leaning in.
But I think Mascherano sees the field in a more expanded way right now since playing with Barcelona. You can see that he has that ability to spray the passes 20, 30 yards.
Filling in for the leadership vacuum left by Carlos Puyol, and talk about those passes a la Rafa Marquez from days gone by. That's one thing that was interesting, Gerard Piqué talking about the fact that everyone looking at Luis Suarez as a plan B, and he says it's not Suarez by himself, but the fact that now Barcelona has the comfort that they can drop 6 back and know they still have 3 up front that can beat the world. Does Argentina have that luxury? They do have Messi, but Higuaín again scoreless today. Same for Aguero and Correa. In fact, their leading scorer, as you mentioned, is Gabi Mercado, their right back. Oh, Messi drops it for Correa. Second effort, tackled away by Diego Bejarano. Maybe Correa should have taken this one on the fly.
Inch perfect for Messi, lifts the head, so effortless. Correa doesn't have to check his run at all. In fact, I think he nearly could have hit that first time.
Probably should have.
Exactly what Tata Martino would have wanted. 3 straight wins on the bounce, conceding just 1 goal. Victories away, Colombia, Chile, and now a more comfortable one, it looks like, at home against Bolivia.
And again, when they resume this qualifying, it will be the end of August, and Argentina will be taking on Uruguay.
And look at the games, Phil. Away at Venezuela, Peru, and home against Paraguay. Extremely winnable games for Argentina that after this bunch could very well find themselves at the summit of the CONMEBOL standings.
Smedberg de Lancey inside to the 6. Biglia in the way. Fighting through the challenge. Aguero bounces away from him though. And back down into the corner. Smedberg to the middle. Contorting his body, Demichelis, who's quietly had a solid game in the back. Maybe not tested as much as other teams might. Very defensive game plan for Bolivia. 90th minute reached. Romero hoping that Mercado could get there. Romero saying no problem, good idea. Inside for Salcedo. Well, looks like the referee overruling himself, or did he? Last chance perhaps for Bolivia. See if they can score a goal. Trying a little too hard to win it back. Victory against Chile. They actually did give up the first tally to Felipe Gutierrez and bounced back with 2. They were able to shut out Colombia prior to that. Thought they had the win against Brazil, but a goal by Lucas Lima at the hour mark. So for their trouble scoring goals, it's just the second time they've scored 2 and have not scored more. At least defensively, they've been solid, and that's going to keep them in games.
Mascherano once more. Brilliant.
Mercado about 70 yards downfield, it seemed. And here he is to follow up. Fernandez wanted it. Instead, Mascherano dribbles his way into danger. Nice hustle. Final minute of added time. The spin's going to keep this in. An awkward cross. It had just spun away. Nice hustle by Augusto Fernandez. Still barking with just a minute of added time remaining.
There has to be huge, huge levels of regret for this man. Julio Cesar Valdivieso. His team came so close against Paraguay, so close against Colombia. This was always going to be difficult.
Looking for a third. Messi at the top of the box. Lunging tackle by Galindo. Still, Martino likes what he sees.
After today for Bolivia, they host Peru in a winnable game, but then they have to travel to Santiago, Chile, and then travel to Brazil.
Ball crosses again for a goal kick. You wonder, will Valdivieso survive? They've gone through their share of bosses. I think what they really need to do, maybe try and look for another golden generation, ride through the Copa America and see if they can come out on the other side with a few new faces.
And he was part of the last one, played in USA 94. And he is blooding young talent. This is the youngest squad in CONMEBOL. He's blooding young Bolivian players, and that's what the fans want to see. Known as El Emperador, but not good enough for him today. Comfortable for Argentina and Lionel Messi.
2 goals in the opening half hour. Mercado on a follow-up. Messi from the spot. Mercado now scoring in back-to-back games, and for Messi, it was his 50th. Argentina 2 and Bolivia nothing.
It amazes me. Lionel Messi continues to play 90 minutes in matches that are wrapped up early. It doesn't matter. The great Messi wants to continue to play, wants to marvel in front of his home fans. And maybe Argentina will go on to wrap up qualification. A good-looking schedule for them as we take a look at the Napa Pura Calidad. Nice and early in this one. It's Gonzalo. Higuaín from the Messi pass. Recycles the ball back outside to Mercado. His second in as many games. Top class from Lionel Messi. Beautiful pass over the top. And how unselfish is Higuaín? Doesn't even have to look. Knows exactly where his fullback is. And then, a little bit later in the first half, it's Lionel Messi. Some issues from the penalty spot for Barcelona, none whatsoever for Argentina. And he's back to scoring ways for his country. And that, Argentina's win, is our Pura Napa Calidad.
91st minute brought to you by Napa. And there was quality on display from Argentina. Moving up into the top three, at least temporarily. Happy days are here again at the Mario Kempes in Córdoba. 2 goals in the opening half, and Argentina with a clean sheet. It's Argentina 2, Bolivia nothing. For Kevin Egan, I'm Phil Shane. Hope you enjoyed it.